Okay, welcome back to the deep dive.
Hey there.
So today we're looking at something quite unusual.
Yeah, definitely a bit different.
A listener actually sent us some source material about, well, a boys' night out
Yeah.
that apparently took a very, very weird turn.
Hmm. Intriguing stuff.
We're digging into these excerpts from a story called The Lead Balloon of Boys' Night.
Right.
And our goal here really is to unpack this kind of quirky narrative, understand the characters because they seem amazing,
Oh, yeah.
and figure out what on earth this lead balloon actually represents and, why it caused such a fuss.
What's the big deal with the heady balloon, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's paint the picture first. The source calls it the Sacred Garage.
Okay.
Got a new board game ready to go, pizza's there, some apparently really strange sodas.
Unusual sodas. Okay. Adds to the vibe.
Yeah, everything just feels right. Like a perfect setup for a great night.
That sounds like that perfect moment of anticipation, doesn't it? You know, the designated spot, the snacks, the
Right.
shared thing you're going to do,
hmm All the ingredients for connection, for fun.
setting the stage.
Precisely.
Huh.
Stage is set. But then, disruption.
Ah, here it comes.
Garage door rolls up. In walks Justin Boy.
Justin Boy.
And he's carrying something. The source describes it as large, dull, gray,
Yeah.
a lead balloon.
A lead balloon. Okay. So right away, that contrast hits you.
Instantly.
A balloon should be light, floaty, fun. Lead is the opposite, heavy, dense, kind of gloomy.
There's a visual oxymoron entering the fun zone.
Yeah, it immediately signals something's off, like fundamentally wrong with what's being brought into this happy space. It's almost like carrying a bad mood made physical, you know?
Right. Or just this heavy emotional weight, like you said.
Yeah.
And the reaction it gets. This is how we meet the whole crew.
Okay, lay 'em on us.
So there's Justin Boy himself, who seems, let's say, volatile, emotionally flammable.
Got it.
Then the others reacting. Honey Boy, described as the sticky mediator.
Sticky mediator, I like that.
Inspector Potato Boy with two monocles. Batman Boy, who apparently sleeps upside down.
Naturally.
Ethereal Space Boy. Icy Boy, cold-hearted but somehow cute.
Hey, okay. An interesting mix.
Paper Hands, flimsy but poetic. Delivery Cat Boy, who meows in Morse code.
Morse code meows, sure.
And Peanut Boy, powerful but crucially allergic.
Okay, powerful but vulnerable and lurking somewhere.
Lurking just off stage. The evil babies.
The evil babies, right. We got to remember them.
What a lineup, eh? You're not going to forget these names.
And each name feels like it just boils down some core trait, maybe cranked up to 11.
Totally.
It sets this tone that's like super specific to this group, but also, I think, kind of relatable. We all know people who embody certain roles or vibes in a group, even if they're not called, Inspector Potato Boy.
Sure.
These personas let the story explore reactions in this really heightened, almost archetypal way.
So Justin Boy walks in, lead balloon in hand, and just says, "Hey guys, brought something festive."
Festive, right.
And the sheer, disconnect there,
Mhm.
the others are instantly on it.
They don't buy it for a second.
No way. Honey Boy, he's mid-waffle flip, apparently, just goes, "That's not festive, it's oppressive helium."
Oppressive helium, good line.
And Batman Boy just cuts right through. "Who hurt you, Justin?"
Straight to the point, Batman style.
And the others just pile on. It's actually amazing. They each describe how bad this balloon feels, but in their own way.
Okay, like what?
Delivery Cat Boy says it smells like debt and sadness.
Debt and sadness. Specific.
Paper Hands feels it crushing my soul. Calls it heavy with implications.
Heavy with implications. Poetic, like his name.
And Space Boy sees it as a balloon made of regret that somehow casts gravity in all directions.
Wow. So it's not just heavy, it's like actively pulling things down.
Yeah, and what's fascinating there is how fast they all get that it's more than just a weird object.
Right, it's symbolic immediately.
They see it emotionally, it's negativity, it's a mood killer, a
Yeah.
vibe damper.
And their reactions aren't just funny, they kind of show how different personalities deal with, that same negative thing dropped into the group. Some name the feeling sadness, regret. Others feel the physical weight crushing, cold.
Yeah, and others analyze it,
Like Inspector Potato Boy.
exactly, tapping it with a French fry, apparently.
Of course he is, with two monocles on.
He calls it a textbook vibe assassin, a mood obliterator.
Vibe assassin. Okay, he's analyzing its function.
Then Peanut Boy, the powerful one, gets emotional highs from it
Emotional hives. Even the powerful one is affected.
and asks why it's moist, which is just, ew.
Moist lead balloon. Grim.
And maybe the kicker, even Icy Boy.
The cold-hearted cute one.
Yeah, the one who apparently froze a birthday party on purpose. Even he says it's too cold now.
Whoa. Okay, if Icy Boy thinks it's too cold, then this thing is seriously messing with the atmosphere.
Right. It really shows how, like, pervasive that negativity can be. Even the guy who supposedly likes gold is thrown off by this emotional cold.
So, okay, the balloon is clearly a disaster for the mood. What was Justin Boy thinking? Why bring it?
Okay, here's the explanation. Justin kind of pouts dramatically and says he just thought maybe the vibe was too fun.
Too fun! Is that a thing?
Apparently. He suggests they should all reflect on the futility of fun.
The futility of fun! Oh, boy.
And then he drops a line that seems to really freak them out. The babies were right.
The babies were right. Wow, after saying the fun was too much, that points to something deeper with Justin, doesn't it?
Seems like it.
Maybe he's feeling overwhelmed by all the good vibes, or like dealing with his own heavy stuff that makes a joy feel fake or impossible.
Yeah, or maybe guilty.
And linking it straight to the babies connects back to those antagonists, right? The evil babies.
Yep. Which predictably gets a massive new from everyone else.
Okay, so they're definitely not buying the futility of fun argument.
Not at all. And they're certainly not agreeing with the evil babies.
This is where the mediator steps in, Honey Boy.
Yep. Honey Boy grabs Justin, makes the connection super clear, tells him the evil babies would love nothing more than for our night to be flattened by emotional weight. Warns him not to give them that balloon victory.
Balloon victory, love it. So he's framing it as like giving in to the enemy.
Exactly. And the source gives us this amazing little cutaway
To the evil babies.
to the evil babies themselves, watching on a baby monitor apparently made of graham crackers and spite.
Graham crackers and spite, that's vivid.
And they are actively rooting for the balloon. They want the ennui to rise. They want to crush the joy.
Their ultimate goal.
For the bois to cancel Uno.
Cancel Uno. The horror, it's so absurd, but it kind of works, right? It's like this mythological take on the forces that try to wreck a good time.
Totally.
The evil babies aren't just bad guys. They're like the personification of that negativity or chaos or just blondness that wants to sabotage fun.
Makes you wonder if they're purely external or maybe represent something inside the group sometimes.
Good question. Anyway, back in the garage.
Back in the sacred garage, the bois are not giving up that easily. No Uno cancellation on their watch.
Right.
They gather around the lead balloon like a bomb squad made of friendship and confusion.
Friendship and confusion, a great image for trying to deal with someone's sudden weird negativity.
It's solution time. Delivery Catboy, always practical, suggests launching it into space using his tiny fan.
His tiny fan. Okay, ambitious.
And Space Boy is immediately on board, offers to guide it into the black hole of forgotten sadness.
Sounds suitably epic.
How known as the crawl space under my aunt's house.
Ah, perfect. That cosmic ambition slamming right into mundane reality. Love it.
Paper Hands, meanwhile.
Gonna write a poem?
You guessed it. Vows to write the balloon that tried to kill game night.
Immortalizing the struggle through art. Makes sense for him.
And Inspector Potato Boy offers, well, a completely unhelpful anecdote about a helium balloon filled with lies.
Of course. Not helpful at all.
Yeah.
Just there.
It's kind of interesting seeing the different ways they try to tackle it, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got, like, the wildly impractical get-rid-of-it plan.
And tiny fan space.
You've got processing it through creativity, the poem.
Right.
And then you've got whatever Potato Boy is doing, just kind of relating unrelated past events.
Yeah, like people do sometimes when they don't know how to help.
It really shows how different people try to, like, manage negativity. Some want to push it away, some want to transform it, some just talk.
But it's Icy Boy who actually does something direct.
Okay, Victor Coldhearted steps up.
He just touches the balloon, freezes it solid instantly, declares it neutralized.
Wow. Okay, pragmatic. Just stop it in its tracks, freeze the problem.
But then, and this is key, despite his name, despite the cold method,
Yeah.
Icy Boy immediately pivots.
Yeah.
Turns to Justin Boy.
Yeah.
And asks, like, genuinely, but Justin, are you safe?
Ah. So he neutralizes the object, but then immediately checks on the person.
Exactly. And that's where the story kind of shifts from pure chaos and jokes.
To something more real.
Yeah, something genuinely touching. Justin Boy starts tearing up. Admits he almost defected again. Reveals he was moments away from becoming Diaper Wrath, the evil baby persona I invented last week.
Diaper rat. So the lead balloon wasn't just a random downer. It was like a symptom
A physical manifestation.
of Justin's own internal struggle. His vulnerability, maybe his fear of actually becoming negative or destructive, like the evil babies represent.
He wasn't just bringing a bad object, he was bringing his own bad feeling, almost becoming the thing they were fighting.
Wow, okay. That adds a whole other layer.
It really does. And the boys' response then is just crucial. Real support.
How do they react to that?
Honey Boy gives him a syrupy hug
Sticky mediator to the rescue.
and gives that reassurance. You are not Diaper Wrath. You are Justin Boy.
Ah.
Slightly unstable, yes, but deeply ours.
Deeply ours. That's fantastic. Acceptance right there.
Totally. Then Batman Boy pops up, suggests a utility belt of friendship,
Okay, still on brand.
and maybe snacks.
Snacks always help. Essential friendship utility.
And Peanut Boy, surprising tenderness here given the allergies, offers a hypoallergenic juice box.
Hypoallergenic, nice touch.
Calls it symbolic.
A symbolic gesture of safe, non-allergenic care.
And Justin takes it, sips the juice box, voice kind of wobbly, and explains why he did it.
Yeah, the core reason.
Apologizes, says he just wanted to feel heavier than my emotions.
No. Heavier than his emotions, so he brought the lead balloon to, like, externalize or outweigh his internal heaviness.
Seems like it. A really poignant, if strange, motivation.
Yeah.
And Delivery Catboy just brings it right back down to earth with the perfect practical advice.
What's that?
Next time you want to bring something heavy, make it enchiladas.
Huh. Yes. Perfect. Heavy but delicious and welcome.
Exactly. And that exchange kind of sums up the whole night, doesn't it?
It really does. You go from this absurd symbol of heavy feeling
The lead balloon?
through all the chaotic, funny reactions
They're trying to launch it with a fan.
to neutralizing it, but then getting to the real issue, the person's feelings.
The vulnerability.
And then acceptance, support, and finally, like, practical, quirky care.
Yeah. Shows how this group, for all their weirdness, navigates it together. They choose connection, fun,
And enchiladas, maybe.
hopefully, which leads to that final triumphant shout, "Boys' night out!"
And the story ends there. Balloon dealt with.
Balloon launched into orbit, presumably the crawl space.
Right. Ants crawl space orbit.
Evil babies thwarted, for now, and the night, and maybe Justin Boy, are saved.
Okay. So wrapping this up then, this deep dive into the lead balloon of Boys' Night. It's absurd, yes, but there's actually a pretty resonant insight in there, wouldn't you say?
I think so. It really shows how, like, unexpected negativity or those heavy emotions symbolized by the balloon can totally disrupt a good time, a shared space.
Right. But more than just the disruption, it shows how a group can respond.
Yeah, not just by getting rid of the negative thing, but by actually looking at the feeling behind it.
With acceptance, support, and that shared commitment to keeping the fun alive, often using humor and, well,
Snacks.
Yeah.
Definitely snacks.
it gives you something to think about maybe, for your own life. Those lead balloons that might show up unexpectedly at your plans or in your friend group.
Yeah, like someone's just having a terrible day,
Mhm.
or it brings some heavy stress into the room, or just a general negativity that feels, off.
And how people react. Some might try to name it, like the Bois did. Some might try to ignore it. Some try to fix it.
And hopefully some offer that real support, even if it's just a symbolic juice box.
Exactly. It's a very stylized, very funny take on something pretty real. You get the laughs, but also that little flash of insight about vulnerability and, like, the strength of a supportive, if eccentric, community.
For sure. And speaking of those forces lurking,
Ah, yes, the evil babies.
the source material ends with this little hint that really sticks with you.
What's that?
That mention of the evil babies. And the question posed about a potential full evil baby infiltration plan next time.
Right. So it leaves you hanging a bit.
It does. And it raises that kind of provocative thought for you, the listener, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What does it mean that this external force of negativity or chaos is still out